But digital detoxing isn't just the responsibility of individuals. Over 2 million people are currently in employment in this country. So what can we do when techno-stress is work-related? This is the Dublin-based HQ of international tech company HubSpot. A staff survey told HubSpot that some of its employees were stressed out by what they perceived as an always-on work culture. Aidan Healy from digital transformation company UnPlug was brought in to deliver workshops that looked at the work-life balance of staff and their constant connection to their digital devices.
People who work here are very passionate about technology. Not only are they connected to their devices during the workday, many of them are really into that digital world. I think the core element of the program for HubSpot really boiled down to how can we kind of maybe create different filters on those devices so that some of the unhealthy or distracting stuff doesn't get to us all the time.
Among Aidan's recommendations was a move away from a culture of being always on.
What it really showed me is the importance of taking detoxes and breaks from technology. I don't have social media on my phone. I've taken notifications off my phone. Simple changes like this have added to what I've already built into my own well-being.
I'm more thinking about telling everyone in the organisation that, from 8 in the morning to 9:30 is my kids' time. Everyone is kind of aware of what that is then. And people can arrange their time around my time.
Even something as simple as having your phone on the table. And if you don't do that, it means that you're actually, spending more time and being present with the people in front of you and the conversations that you're having.
Apart from the pressures of technology, work itself is one of the biggest stressors we face. Whether it's the pressure of running a business, heavy workloads, long commutes, or simply exhaustion from work wearing us down. So what can be done about work-related stress? Deirdre O'Shea is a work and organisational psychologist.
Stress is about not being able to see the positive in work and so on. So some of the things that we've done in the Bright Side of Work Lab in UL is trained employees to think a bit more positively about how they work. So for example, spend 5 minutes every day for 2 weeks thinking about something that happened to them during the day that was positive. And what we found after 2 weeks, they actually had lower chronic fatigue and lower emotional exhaustion.
Is there an onus on employers as well to help employees manage their stress better?
Given that we spend so much of our lives in work, it's a better thing for organisations if they have staff that are well. And of course there's a relationship between well-being and performance. So from a very transactional basis, having employees that are well in themselves mean that they're performing optimally. And so from that perspective, I think it is important for organisations to consider the stress of their employees.
Christian Kinnear, CEO at HubSpot Dublin, is trying to support employee well-being.
There's a number of things we've done, programs, initiatives, things that we, from our part as the employer, figure we've got a responsibility to offer. The environment is important, how we think about mindfulness. We've got an employee assistance program for both the individual and their families. We know that from various studies throughout the world, if people take a moment to recharge, step back and refresh body and mind, productivity levels will jump soon after. So that's a big win. And happier employees, more productive employees, that's working for both sides.
I think employers need to realise that employees have a right to switch off, whether that's just for a few minutes at lunchtime or to completely disengage when they go home in the evening. But I think that will require a huge cultural change on the part of employers so that employee well-being is truly at the top of their agenda.
One of John's biggest stressors